I think it's about time that we begin the process of finishing Sekiro. I think there's only one final boss left to do, but actually there is another guy who we need to kill. So, friend, I've decided to end your curse. A man with your skill could grant a merciful death. We are going to grant him a merciful death, but we're going to have to come back to kill him. I don't know if we have to stay in this area, just commune with the idol, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to teleport to the castle, we'll teleport back, and then we'll try to kill the immortal man. Because I've never done this. I have no idea what's going to happen. But he has probably suffered enough. You know, we thanked him for his suffering earlier to be used as training for us, basically. Let's put him out of his misery and say, you know what, before I go and finish off Genichiro, who's almost certainly going to be the final boss, let us end your suffering, my friend. He's sitting down. Is that what I had to teleport away for? Can I change my mind and say, you know what, I actually don't want to kill you anymore? You get to live. The voices is maxed out. I kind of want the voices to be even a little bit louder. So give me just like a second here. Yeah, just the volume right at the end of the playthrough, but I'm still going to do it anyways. There we go. Well, let me give you a stealth backstab. Maybe I can't do it stealthily. Well, there's your problem. You have a giant centipede inside of you. Okay. Hidden tooth. False tooth loaded with a secret shinobi drug, blue in color. Can be used repeatedly. Crush the blue nostrum between the back teeth to die as often as one pleases could be useful in certain situations. Surely an unnecessary reminder, but the first death is typically one's last. Interesting. Yeah, did he not want to mention the fact that he had a centipede demon inside of him that was keeping him alive through immortality? Because I would definitely mention that. By the way, Shinobi, I have a 12-foot-long centipede inside of me that keeps me alive. If you could reach inside of my throat and pull it out and kill it, that would certainly help. Because really, it's not even the sword that did it, right? It's just, I pulled the centipede out of him and killed the centipede. I mean, if it's that easy, why don't we just do it to everybody? Anyways, I wanted to get that done. He has been killed. Let's go now to the reservoir. We'll jump down and probably fight the final boss. The item is worthless. Did he say that he was infested in the very first encounter? In the very first encounter with that guy, he said that he was immortal. He said that he couldn't die. I don't think he said, I have a centipede inside of me. He said, like, I'm infested with immortality, or I'm cursed with immortality. Like, that's how they phrased it, I believe. But at no point does anybody in the game say, by the way, immortality is granted through centipedes. Except for the dragon's blood immortality. Except, I guess, when you explore enough and you find the waters of the rejuvenating something something. And except it's not even the waters of, or the children of the rejuvenating waters. It's the area before that. No, maybe that is the area then. Yeah, it's probably the same area. Anyways, let's do it. Some call me immortal, some infested. Yeah, but, you know, at that early stage in the game, you also don't know what that means. quote unquote, they're actually literally infested with centipedes. We have 259 money and 2 skill points. It's not enough to be worried about, I don't think. Immortality at the cost of sanity. Immortality at the cost of feeling that thing squirm around inside of you. That is awkward. I like the fire effect. There they are over there to the right. Let's see what's over here to the left first. Never mind.
Kuro-sama. 久しいな、巫女の忍び。見よ、不思議りのもう一振りよ。
健一郎殿。そのようなものでは、決してアシナの命運は変わりませぬ。狼よ。流因など誰の手にもあるべきではないのだ。苦労をかけるな。
御意。参る。ああ、しまいとしよう。
Oh, that's a perfect time for a telemarketer advertisement to call me on my phone. God damn it. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what he frickin' did. Okay, so he does damage even... Actually, that wasn't a perfect deflection anyways. Okay, 1-2. It's gonna be a lot of, like, learning the attack patterns here, I think. Run. Alright. Oh, okay. That's a sweep, first of all. I know that that is a thrust, and I need to hit B to deflect it. I'll get it eventually. I'll get it one of these days. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Let me get some distance on this guy. It's fine. I wonder if I can perfectly deflect the that Shadow Blade attack and actually not take any damage from it. That'd be freaking sweet. Probably the wrong time for a... Wow, I almost died on that one. Probably the wrong time to try to do an Ichimonji, but you know what? Whatever. There's gonna be a lot of practice. I actually almost have his stamina down. He did get his stamina down. Okay.
哀れな孫の最後の願いじゃ。わしはこのアシナをよみがえらせねばならぬ。故に赤炉、お主を切るぞ。
What the ever-loving hell? Ishin the Sword Saint. I have no idea. Okay. This is not the attack I expected from you. Oh, that was a thrust. Should have seen it coming. You should have seen me coming. Ha 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 ha. He's also fighting me with one hand. That's kind of cool. You hit me with the sweep. I actually almost have his stamina down. Just please don't die. Yeah, good time for an Ichimonji. He just climbed out of the guy's back. Like, what the heck? Okay. Definitely not the correct option there. Okay, and that's like an AoE. Out of heals. Okay, let's go straight for him then. I died. But that's still okay. How the heck? Okay, first of all. Couple of things. I never went back to Ishin's room, I think after he died. But he did say earlier that there was a second Mortal Blade and that Genichiro had it. So that makes sense that Genichiro would have the second Mortal Blade. It would make sense that the Mortal Blade doesn't kill me because the Mortal Blade summons the ties of immortality from centipedes, not from the dragon's blood. That's different. I mean, Kuro has the dragon blood, and he can only die through a specific ritual. Bound Hades had it correct in chat. But why the hell does a man climb out of the back of Genichiro? I don't understand that. What the hell is happening? Yes. Fight you again. This time without spam calls on my phone to interrupt me. That is a sweep. Bit of a delay on that. Another sweep. Okay, first phase seems pretty straightforward. That was not a problem. We have 10 heals for the next phase. Read the text on the Mortal Blade. You have the paper in your inventory. Alright. You know what? I can do that. Read the text on the Mortal Blade. Right trigger, Mortal Blade. An Odachi capable of slaying the Undying. Without the power of resurrection, one could not hope to wield this weapon. Long concealed within Senpou Temple, the blade is inscribed with the true name, the gracious gift of tears. Read the text on the Black Mortal Blade. You have the paper in your inventory. Text on the Black Mortal Blade. Let's see if we can answer these questions that we have. Black Mortal Blade. Black Scroll? No. Flame Barrel. We're missing like one prayer bead. I don't even know where it is, but it's okay. Black Mortal Blade. Ornamental Letter. It is a Black Scroll? Okay. Where was it? Black Scroll, Black Scroll, Black Scroll, Black Scroll, Black Scroll. In addition to the red, there exists one that is black. Open Gate and is said to hold the power to open a gate to the underworld. It is through that power that it creates life. I beseech thee, make offerings for the dragon's blood. opens a gate to the underworld, so by killing, it'll open a gate where old souls can crawl out of your back. I wouldn't want an old soul to crawl out of my back, though. Should have jumped that one. Okay, he does deal a lot of damage. Admittedly, he killed me in 3 hits. That is a thrust. That is a weird, like, side sweep, but at, like, hip level. So I don't know if I could actually dodge that one. Alright, I tried to parry that one, didn't work. I just froze. I forgot what button to press. That one's on me, 100%. I do need to run away real quick, though. Get my posture back. There might be a blind spot in that attack, which I can take advantage of. Kinda worked. It's okay, got hit like once. Okay, got him. There's 2 more phases? Holy cow! That was also very loud. Now my blood boils. Okay, that was kind of cool. We both jumped at the same time. He also has a spear and a gun, I'm noticing now. You can perfectly deflect that, by the way. Okay, that was a backwards sweep, but it wasn't really a sweep. Does the same thing again. Please. Ah. Okay. Resurrect. Back off. Heal up. Do have some pellets remaining. We'll probably have to use those. Not quite perfect. No! Okay, you know what this reminds me of? Dark Souls 3 boss. Dark Souls 3 boss, final boss of the game, you fight him with a sword, he has like a hammer, he has a spear, he has a halberd, he has like one of every weapon type in the game, including magic. And miracles. It's kind of what this reminds me of. It's like, hey, you remember all the enemy types in the game, now fight all of them! Also, I should definitely rest at this idol down here. There's no reason not to. Makes this trip a little bit easier. Try using a shuriken to move into the boss's range a little bit more easily. That would probably work. Right now though, it's all just about trying to learn the patterns. Like the first phase, you know, I think we did a pretty good job the first time through. That was... I don't know what that was. A sweep? That's definitely a sweep. Like, first phase, we got this part down. Sekiro. This phase I get kind of owned by. Next phase with the spear. Oh, you tricked me. You tricky dicky. That was definitely a sweep, I think. Let me move back. And then jump forward. Gotcha. No! I keep holding forward, thinking that's gonna let me do a Makiri counter on that, because I'm pretty sure that is a Makiri. Oh, frickin' lovely. Good way to take just 3 hits of damage for no reason. I gotta stop dodging through that too, that's a jump. This is very dumb. Go ahead, do your thing. I never actually looked at that attack at range, that's pretty cool. It's fine. Please, dodge, safety roll. I think that's what it's called too, a safety roll. He also punishes healing. Oh, trying to get out of the way if it didn't work. Alright, you're not gonna let me sit there for too long. I just let you recover a lot of stamina. And you killed me. Fine. That's okay. We're getting there slowly. Phase 3 tends to take as long as Phase 1 and 2 combined for Misa's Reltica. Phase 3 as in Phase 2.2? Or... because it's weird. It looks like a 4-phase fight. First phase is Genichiro, and then 3 phases of this guy. I don't know. Okay, please knock it off. No, I want to try to perfect the first phase if I can. It's not a requirement. Right, that's a Makiri. Wow, I actually died on the first phase. That's actually embarrassing is what that is. I flawlessed him the second time through. I remember that attack. I remember that attack from fighting Genichiro. Wait a minute. That's this guy. It's almost like I've seen him before. Okay, please heal. You don't like how there's just lots of phases on the boss fight? I can understand that. Alright, well, screw you, buddy. Why jump at him? You pellet. Let's move over here. Alright, where are you? Got him! I stopped holding up. And it worked, I think. I mean, his posture is frickin' destroyed. Oh, I didn't realize he had a triple attack. Okay, could I just actually do something that's not just standing still? Oh, and I don't have any resurrections left. I don't know why I was just standing still. I was trying to, like, deflect, dodge, or roll. Maybe I was putting in too many conflicting options. I should have just, like, spam one until it functioned. Okay, second phase. Second phase? Sword of Ishin. Ishin the Sword Saint. Phase 1 of the second phase. We're getting there. Also, the Genichiro phase. Not that bad. That's a jump. No! I didn't realize there was a thrust at the end of all that combo that he did.
その力
Alright, kill him.
俺にもなすべきことがある
I should just shut my mouth.
さらばだ
First phase Genichiro is not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm just dying in a stupid way. Okay, let's do this again. Oh, the thrust takes too long after the super long combo. It's one of those things where I'm like starting in it to counterattack him, and then it's giving me the pop-up like, be wary, he's gonna thrust you. I also always mistime my Makiris. And I'm also always holding like forward when I do it, which doesn't work. You can't forward into your Makiri. There we go.
踏みにじらせはせぬぞ
I got lucky on that one. That was also incredibly lucky because that's not what I should have done. Genichiro is the archer in the walk up to the lady butterfly. The archer in the hallway. Yeah,
参れ関
I get it. Okay, no, back up, back up. Should have probably tried a better time deflection on that. Please get back. Heal up. Nice. Go ahead. Okay, probably should just jump in place. Should have attacked faster. Makiri. That's a little bit better. Jump in place. Another Makiri. Got him. Next phase done. Give me a quick pellet. That doesn't do any damage, so I don't mind it, but it's very loud. Please dodge. That's a Makiri. That I tried to time and just failed. Be better next time. I really want to push him off. I don't think I can, but I really want to try to push him off. He'll probably push me off, honestly. Also, it's starting to rain. Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Which is probably gonna happen pretty soon, mamma mia. That's Makiri. Dude, when he jumps backwards, I hate him. I mean, I hate him all the time, but especially when he jumps backwards, I hate him. Dude, let me heal. You have to let me heal. Oh, it's so close. Quick, get up, get up, get up. Oh, shit. Ah, man. Yeah, I might just want to, like, try and block instead of try to deflect. Like, just hold the block down so you don't even get hit by whatever their combo is. Oh, man. But yes, he also didn't get staggered when I hit him a couple of times in that phase. It's kind of reminding me a little bit of the One True Monk fight. In that fight, once you get to the last phase of the fight, the enemy, the boss enemy, doesn't get staggered as easily. In fact, they don't have a head, so I don't even know if they can be staggered. It's actually reminding me of that a little bit here. Okay. Wow! You shot me with a bow and arrow at point blank range. I've been told you're not supposed to do that, because if your bow explodes, it'll probably hurt you. Okay, that's why you need to dodge to the side. Okay. Let's go back to the old pattern against phase 1, shall we? Stop trying to deflect. I like getting the parry in there, the deflection, because it doesn't seem to be that hard to time. And I'm talking about the spear phase when he does like that big AoE wind charge. There's just not really a tell for when he's going to activate the attack. I'm kind of doing a little bit of guessing, trying to find the right timing for it. But once I find the timing for it, I should just be able to do it every time, right? Here's hoping. Right. Urgh. His stupid bow knocked me out of my position. Yeah, keep doing your stupid jump. That'll end well for you, my friend. This is a fight where the game for once uses the Ichimonji on you. Your dad did it. Al used Ichimonji a couple of times. That was bad on me, on my part. Alright. Do it again. I don't know if that's gonna do anything behind him. That gets me every time. Excuse me, I need to heal. Also missed the camera lock. There we go. Jesus. That was not the button I meant to press, but luckily I didn't get hit by the backswing. Nah. Okay. 5 heals remaining. Next phase. Oh! He can hit you with that. Rude. Did get the proper deflection on that one. This seems to me to be a little bit more about staying close. Shit. You don't even get to res off of that either, so I just straight up died on that one. Bit silly how Genichiro uses a bow while young Ishin just had a gun. That's a good point. Young old Grandpa Ishin has his trusty revolver. All Genichiro has is this newfangled lightning bow. Right, do the dodge. You just completely whiff. Something can be crushed. You can be crushed. To shreds, you say? You certainly fell off the arena before. Abe certainly has a way of dying in ways I didn't even know were possible.
Sekiro.
I called it, too. It's either he or me. We're going off the edge. Wrong direction, that's okay. Dude, pretty good. Still have all heals. He's gonna swing out. Then you go for him. Okay, so he can still attack you even though you hit him. Good to know. Dude, there's like 4 enemies in the game that do not get staggered when you hit them. This is one of them. And it's like, I just want him to get staggered when I hit him. I saw that one coming. And it's not even that he's not getting staggered, it's just that sometimes he's not getting staggered. Please deflect those. Ha! Look. Okay, that time I think I missed him, so it does make sense that he wouldn't get staggered. No, not off the edge. Well, actually, just not dead would be nice. You've been hit too many times by the second part of the Ichimonji when you try to counterattack. Like, at least that attack has a long charge up on it, so you can notice that that's what he's doing even if you hit him once and then get out of the way of it. Okay. Surprising there's no invisible wall. I'm perfectly okay getting knocked off the edge of the level. That's a fun way of dying. I will not allow Ashina to be crushed! Dude, you're like kind of invading Ashina? So I don't quite understand your motives. Alright. Yeah. If you don't knock him out of the first, he's gonna hit you in the second. The timing for parrying or deflecting after you've taken damage is very tricky. Yeah! I got it, old man. You like to scream. Got him. See, like, pretty straightforward. I don't know where he pulls that spear out of, by the way. He's got, like, this hammer space going on. Try to dodge instead of get out of the way of that one. Okay, I know my stamina's dead. I'm just trying to, like, find a moment when he's not actually, like, swinging his spear around like a frickin' madman? Trying to concentrate. Okay. Oh, okay. And again, right there. Hit him. He didn't get staggered at all. It's okay. Had time for a quick heal. Didn't get the Ichimonji. That's okay. Lost the camera lock. Forced the Ichimonji to happen. I'm okay with that. Jump! I knew there was going to be lightning. Okay, lightning reflection. I vaguely remember how to do this. Back off. Honestly, I kind of just want him to lightning into me, right? No, I want him to do like... Yeah, like if he just lightnings into me, that should be a pretty easy fight here. Just don't die. Just don't die. Back off. Heal up. Yeah.
Yari! 見事じゃ赤色さらば
Yeah, it definitely seemed like the very last phase was easier than the one that came before because of the lightning reversal, if you remembered how to do it. But otherwise, the two phases are very similar. Whew. At his peak, Ishin Ashina devoted himself to deadly conflict in pursuit of strength. A single-minded killing machine of a man. We also have Dragon Flash. Ishin was a devil with the sword in his younger years, spending his days in pursuit of life or death combat. He often ruminated on how a cut should be made, but his blade always moved first. I can't attack anymore. I guess we're done attacking. This is where I get the Dark Souls ending of, "You can't be the chosen one," and throw myself off the cliff. I'll be honest, I'm tempted to do it. But... Sekiro. Give the divine dragons tears, or the tears and the Everblossom. This is the alternate ending quest that we did earlier, I suppose. We had to go and fight the owl phase 2 in the Hirata Estate dream world from the Buddha statue from the beginning of the game. And Emma told us to get the Everblossom flower from the branch that we found after we defeated Owl for the first time. And if we give this to Kuro, it will sever his immortality without him dying, so he will live. So it's either, do we want him to die or do we want him to live? We'll let him live, because why not? We'll still serve him, even though we will no longer be immortal. That is our shinobi code, our personal code.
おそばにおります。竜の涙を。 最後の節を成敗いたす。人として生きてくだされ。
行かれるのですね。はい。私も人として懸命に生き、そして死のうと思います。我が忍びがそうしてくれたように。エマ殿にもお世話になりました。
Right, so I misunderstood something from earlier. When we had to get the Everblossom so that we could let Kuro live, I thought that would also allow us to live at the same time. Because I do remember that it was a secret conversation that we had to eavesdrop on. Emma said that if you purge the immortality from Kuro, the only way to do it with him living was if we also died. But I thought that was why Kuro wanted to die himself. He wanted to, because he didn't want to kill the shinobi. And I thought that the Everblossom was the short circuit to that everyone could live. I didn't realize that was how he could survive the severing of immortality, but that was what required us to lose our life. That's what I misunderstood from earlier, but still. Good game. Kuro lives on. We do not. And, yeah. Obviously, there's another ending where we don't give Kuro the Everblossom, and chat's saying that there's a Viscera ending which kind of lets both live. Kind of. Interesting. Do you watch the other ending? I mean, I only have one other ending, and I don't know if we can actually do that, or if the game's gonna be like, New Game Plus, restart right now! Start playthrough 2 now. No. It can be accessed by the large sculptor's idol in the dilapidated temple at any time. Okay. That guy is still wheezing. And I guess at any point in time we can go to the next ending through the large Buddha statue in the dilapidated temple. It might have been this one. Might have been this one. Pray. But that's not the large... Well, I don't know where the New Game Plus mode is, but there you go. We've done it. Sekiro has been completed and the final boss has been killed. That didn't take as long as I thought it would, but I guess that when you know, we front-loaded all of the long combats. We front-loaded the long combats into 2 specific combats. One, I think, was the owl fight, but the first one that came before that was the Lady Butterfly fight. That one took me a long time to actually learn, because there was a lot of like combat mechanic fundamentals that I didn't really know up until that point. Things like parrying and the actual animations of things, and how the game wants you to handle when an enemy parries your attacks and stuff like that. But hey, that was a great game. I love Dark Souls, and I enjoyed Sekiro as well. They are a fun experience. I like hard boss fights where you have to kind of learn the patterns of the bosses in order to kill them. And, you know, this kind of scratched that itch between now and whatever the next game is going to be, or if there is going to be another game in the franchise of Dark Souls likes. Maybe a Dark Souls 4, maybe a Sekiro 2, maybe Jonah's Magical Adventure in Orlando. Whatever they're going to call whatever the next game is again, if there is going to be one. Elden Ring, yeah, whatever it's going to be. Try the new combat art. Okay. Ashen Across? No, it was the Dragon Flash. Oh, so we have Grandpa Ishin's attack. It's pretty neat. It probably does a decent amount of damage, although it does use 3 spirit emblems? 2. So we can do it quickly. Or slowly. And if I can I hold it for even longer, I'm curious. Nope. Still pretty cool. You think the next FromSoft game is supposed to have multiplayer again? I'm kind of curious why they didn't do that with Sekiro, but I guess maybe they kind of wanted to... I mean, maybe they just didn't want to have multiplayer. Maybe it was a design decision from the story. They didn't want to have multiple shinobis running around, possibly getting in fights with one another. You know, Dark Souls, it's kind of like spirits invading other worlds is kind of how I remember it being described, and that doesn't really fit with the story that they're trying to do in Sekiro, but they could have always, you know, snuck it in some fashion. But I don't mind. I don't mind it not being multiplayer, because I don't really do a lot of multiplayer in the Dark Souls franchises. The combat is usually extremely wonky, and especially a game like this where timing is everything, I feel like multiplayer just kind of results in not that enjoyable of a combat experience. But each their own. Sekiro PvP would be really bad. Is it going to be any worse than circle around the other person and try to fish for a backstab? Because that's kind of... And like spam the block button until you can get a parry. Because that's what the PvP is in Dark Souls. If it's melee v melee, it's just fishing for backstabs and spamming the parry. It's not very engaging combat. But in any case, good game. I enjoyed Sekiro. I hope you did too. And now we have an excuse to pick up another game. So, stay tuned for that. Anyways, for those of you on YouTube, hey, thank you very much for watching the series. Stay tuned for more. Well, not Sekiro, but stay tuned for more of something else. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.